Hi there, everyone. Welcome to your Friday reading. We got through the week. Thankfully, we got through the week, and there were a lot of really good parts of the week. And of course, there are some stressful ones. It's a holiday season, and I think that goes without saying. Sometimes it can carry a lot of baggage for a lot of people, and I hope everyone is doing well. Um, I had a very good holiday, so the first one in a very long time, actually. So. Anyway, let's get to it. So, the vibe for the day. All right. The vibe for the day is celebrate. Dun, dun, dun. I know. I just like the shape of this mug so much, but it leapt out, and I specifically asked Spirit before even picking one. So, what is the vibe for the collective? What message do I need to send to the collective today? And this was it. And I asked, well, that's positive and hopeful, but why? Let me get a drink here. Hmm. So, what I heard was celebrate who you are, celebrate coming to a conclusion of a year and season as we follow this calendar, and celebrate. It feels like upcoming events. So, I feel like there's going to be I just heard a need to celebrate, which is an odd way to put it, but also that find the celebration in every day in the small things, not just the big things. That's important. All right, so find the celebration, find something to celebrate in the daily small things. It doesn't have to be the big giant things every time. All right, so I talked about Wayne Dyer yesterday, and I want to go ahead. This is a book called The Invisible Force, and it's 365 just motivational sayings, one a day if you want. I like to just flip through and open it and see where it lands. And I asked for a message today since I brought him up. Yesterday, and I asked for a message for the collective, something to carry you through the weekend. And this, I didn't think about it, but this kind of goes along, I guess, with the vibe of the day. It's number 178, and it's train your imagination, and in parentheses, which is the universal mind running through you, into parentheses, to shift from what you don't want to what you do want. So, train your imagination, which is the universal mind running through you, to shift from what you don't want to what you do want. I think that's a very positive message. And to give you an example, I knew a guy and just a good-hearted person. He would, if you needed anything, he'd come take care of it for you. But this is someone who he not only saw every cup as half empty, he never in his lifetime saw a half full cup or understood that it's refillable. And he could never understand why people would drift away from him. And it was sad, and I thought, I will never be able to explain this to him. He already knew it because he talked about, well, people said I'm negative, and I'm thinking negative and blah blah. And I thought, well, if you do nothing but espouse doom and gloom, then that's pretty much what you're going to be surrounded by. So yeah, just, and I could see who this could have been and the things he could have had in his life, but it wasn't for me to intervene any more than I already did. I did a ton of stuff for this person. And so anyway, it's, yeah, someone I considered a friend and still do, but it's hard when you know what people could have in their lives, but they choose not to because they don't want to acknowledge that maybe some of the problems in their own lives are the ones they've created. All right, so I don't know if that's going to be part of the message today. I kind of think that's a standalone. I hope so, because it's not a very happy one or interesting even. I mean, we all have been there. So it's up to us to get out of that space. And that's why that hope retrieval, joy retrieval video that I made, it's a short one, as is the energy retrieval video. I think they're both about that 6-minute range. I think both would be very helpful if you are feeling that level of despair, and also, of course, get professional help if you need it. I say this every single time. There is no shame in that. All right. Now let's get to a message. What is the message for today? All right. Surprising. I didn't know we were going to use this deck. It's kind of buried down under here. So it's a giant box, and it's the Tarot of Enchantment. It's a really cool deck. Again, it's a very sturdy box. It's a beautiful book if you are interested in that. Here's the size difference, though. So it's this enormous box for a very manageable deck of cards, which I appreciate so much. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say. This is by Lunia. I think that's how you say her name. Lunia Weatherstone, and the illustrations are by Marilia. I think I'm saying that right. Last name Allwood. So the last names are Weatherstone and Allwood. Okay. Now, let's see what we've got from the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Mother and Father God, please come into this reading. Help me to understand what the message is for the collective. Help me to understand what the message is for the collective. And this is a general reading, you all. Please remember that. Don't work to make this fit. Don't try to make it fit if it doesn't. If it does, and it could be that only elements, or maybe you hear one thing that's like, oh my gosh, and you resonate with that one sentence. So just take what really rings as truth to you about your life, but you don't have to take any of it. All right, so Spirit guides and guardians, help me to understand. And this has a big elemental feel to it, and beloved elementals, help us to understand what the messages for the collectives, what the messages are for the collective. Good Lord. All right. What is the message for the collective? What is the message for the collective? What is the message for the collective? What is the message for the collective today? Okay. Nothing. This one came out while I was trying to pick up the deck. All right, what else? Anything else? Yes, 2 more. Okay. Anything else? Anything else you want the collective to know? Help me to understand. Give me the words. Give me the inspiration. Guide my words, thoughts, and help me to understand, and actions, and help me to understand what it is that I am to tell the collective. You want me to take a look at the one on top here? Oh, sunlight. It's the sun card. That's a beautiful card. I've always heard it referred to as the best card in the deck. All right, let's take a look at these others. All right, the first one is the Forge. So we've got 2 major arcana cards, one in the first position, one in the last position, and the 2 in the middle are court cards. So this one is called the Forge. What I just heard was trial by fire. Trial by fire. But it is a creative endeavor, and you will find a new level of creativity within yourself, and you will do things that you did not know you were capable of. I'm also hearing it's time to go down into the belly of the earth. It's time to go down and deep into your intuitive knowing. So what starts out as questions and questioning, should I do this? Should I try this? Should I make this adjustment? Should I make this change? We're going to jump straight to the end because you've got the sunlight card and the sun card. So that means there will be, you are rising to the surface with more knowledge than you had before, more ability than you had before, and you will find your place in the sun. You will find your outcome of joy, hopefulness, prosperity, and wellness. But it is going to be something that you question in the beginning. Should you make the change? Should you try this? Should you do this? And it might even be, it might push you to the ends of what you think you're capable of. Keep going, because you will end up in the light. Now let's take a look at these two in the middle. So this is a process of traveling from new beginnings, questioning, trial by fire. People may think you're crazy for trying something new. Whatever. It's your life. Now, I'm also being told, don't just up and quit your day job because I'm telling you, hey, there's something great. No, you've got to figure out your own life and do things that you feel like are in your best interest. But if you're just trying to explore options, that's kind of why we're here. All right, so then we have the Keeper of Boons. So this is, I believe this is the King of Pentacles. This is what it would normally be in a regular tarot deck. And that's a badger. Those things are ferocious. I've got a friend with a little dog named Badger. Had a rough couple days here. But this is a King of Pentacles. And in this instance, this ferocious animal just needs to rest in a little gentleness. So what else have we got here? It's still nighttime. It's still the cover of darkness because the lanterns are on, sort of in a holdout tree is what this, or the opening of a cave is what it looks like to me. Although it looks like bark in the background. I think this is like a big opening in a massive tree. Let's go on to the next one. And this is the Seeker of Challenges with a white raven on the shield. This, in the regular tarot, I believe would be the Knight of Swords. This I feel like is a pause in action. So you are being tested at the trial by fire, delving deep within to find your passion, find your new direction, figure out what it is that you want in this coming year. I feel like it's part of that celebration and part of that big change that's getting ready to happen. But it's not like you're going to go from, it's going to be a lot of change and fast change, but it's not like 0 to 60 and all of a sudden in, like a quick, minute, you've got all of a sudden a brand new life. It's going to be a little bit more subtle than that. And at some point you may even question and pull your energies back and rest a little bit. You may wonder, why did I choose to do this? That's part of that trial by fire. That's part of that learning to come to terms with that you want change, you need change. The finances could be a little tricky, but you are the King of Pentacles. The most ferocious animals come to you and put their head on your lap for rest. You control your outcome and your destiny. And then you move into, and it feels like a step backwards because it's a knight, but it really isn't, because it's a Knight of Swords. This is someone who armors up And I feel like this is armoring up against the slings and arrows of words, of the things people say. No one has the right to belittle you because you want to try something new, or you want to learn a new hobby, or you want to try something. I keep seeing a friend that I haven't talked to her in a while, but she started very small, and I'm pretty sure she still has it and has regular customers and clients now. She started at selling her homemade products at a farmer's market. So baked goods, that kind of thing. And at first it seemed overwhelming. Getting all the permissions, getting the checks from the state for, being able to sell food products, that kind of thing. And then there's always more to things than you think there will be. And it could be something like that. It could be moving to an entirely different area or changing your life 100%. That was a natural extension in her life. Some of you may have complete changes in your life, but you go through this process, coming up with the idea, nose to the grindstone, digging deep, finding your inspiration, going into the belly of meditation and finding out what works for you, and then taking stock, resting, understanding and remembering who you are and your strength, figuring out the finances of it all, and then you suit up. Because you get a little sick and tired of people telling you what you can't do. So you armor up. You put on that suit of armor, you get the inspiration, and the sword suit is one of air, thought, wisdom, knowledge. It can even be a little biting sometimes. But you are receiving information about what to do next. And it's this that gives you the fortification to move forward and keep on your path. And where does that path eventually lead? Into the sun, into the sunlight. Okay. I think that's a wonderful reading. It's basically saying, remember, there will be, it's not all going to be a piece of cake, there are going to be difficult days, but stay true to the purpose and the mission, and it will work out in your favor. Now again, dumped over my little bowl. Again, this is a general reading, so don't work to make it fit, okay? Be smart and do what you need to do to get your life in the place and in the order where you want it, okay? Yeah. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one for a message that will help maybe give us direction, clarify, and solidify any other energies around this. It's the Angels and Auras Oracle. There we go. So let's see what we can do with this one. Angels, Ascended Masters, Spirit Guides, and Guardians, and the Protectorate. Come into this space and come into this reading. What is the energy surrounding coming events for Friday and this weekend for the majority of the collective? And I want me to take this one right off the top. Self-respect and worthiness. So, you be your own best advocate. Just you do what you need to do, and this is a general reading, but I hope you remember that there are a lot of people who want to tell you you can't do things because they are afraid to do things themselves, and because they're afraid you might actually outshine them or succeed, and then that will leave them thinking, well, did I miss my chance? Well, you know what? Maybe instead you can serve as an example of what can be accomplished. So don't worry about what other people are doing or saying about you. All right, so don't compromise. I love this card so much. The heart with the wings on it, a heart taking flight. Don't compromise. Boundaries, assertiveness, courage, unwavering. And I believe that means unwavering faith. And then spiritual adventure. And this woman has a cane, so she is blind. And there's an angel right across from her, in the seat right across from her. Sometimes it's not blind faith, it's simply faith. Faith in yourself, faith that you're divinely protected and guided. It says travel, education, experience, and inspiration. Inspiration has been coming up over and over again. This could mean travel for some of you. This could mean further education, going back to school for something, or a vocational training, or whatever it is. Put to use the skills you have. And that would be the experience element. Okay. Is there anything else? I feel like there's one more. You want me to just open it to the middle? Huh. Everything's okay. We are with you. Oh, I can feel them. They're here. It's a good feeling. It's just like, it gives me goosebumps. The angelic realm, the guardians and guides are all here right now. We are always with you. You do not have to fear or regret. Fear and regret are the two things that will hold any being back. She wants us to caution you to always use your discernment and be careful about what you do. But we are here to tell you that we love you. You have the strength of so many. Do not fear your own power. Again, fear leads to self-sabotage. We are with you. Yes, okay. Thank you. That was an odd one in that it happened very fast, and I was getting all these images. So I'm going to tell you about the images. There was a suggestion to write things down so that you see it very clearly in front of you, so that it can't get away from you. Oh, I feel very winded all of a sudden. Yeah. For some of you, it's writing it down like a big heading and then bullets, so it's quick and easy to look at as a reminder, or it may drift away from you. Ooh, I gotta go lie down, I think. And that's the other message, not go lie down. But don't beat yourself up about when you get to the stage of conserving your energy and pulling back for a moment, because I have been really hard on myself trying to think about all of the things I feel like I need to do today, and all I want to do is rest and lean into the day and relax a little bit. it just got really clear that I need to relax and lean into the day a little bit today. And that way I can come out tomorrow fully charged. Okay. Listen to your own intuition and listen to the voice of spirit. Okay, everyone. Wow. This was kind of all over the place, wasn't it? Okay. Be well, take care, and have a great weekend. And we will talk really soon. Okay. Bye bye.